Peace, everybody. Here is the full moon reading for if your sun sign is in Cancer or if your rising sign is in Cancer. I personally am surrounded by Cancers. Literally, my husband, my mother, my father just missed the cut. My dog, my husband's mother. It's a lot of Cancer love that I got around me. So here's the card that I pulled for the full moon reading. It's another. I really love this deck. This is the Earth Magic Oracle deck. It almost looks like the moon is moving when I do this. So you can see it says eagle and it says communion, and you can see there is an indigenous person sitting on a cliff. It looks like communicating with the eagle, probably getting some eagle medicine, which is being able to channel or being able to tap into the energy of the eagle, and use it for whatever particular experience that you're having. Working with animals. You learn that there are different inherent characteristics that each animal has that you can channel or tap into or use as a confirmation that this is how you're going to be successful in a certain situation. So, for example, the eagle, the energy of the eagle, eagles fly really high. So, being able to have that different perspective, sometimes you need to step way outside of where you're seeing things. And just to gain a different perspective on it, sometimes stepping back and being that observer is really helpful to gain a different perspective so that you can see things more clearly, so that you can see things more objectively, and that helps you find solutions a lot of the time. So that's just an example of how you can use the energy of animals to be successful in situations. And then also everyone has a totem animal, which is, or maybe more than one, which is your totem animal is kind of the animal energy that resonates most with you throughout your entire life, right? So a lot of times, so for example, my totem animals that resonate the most with me, that whose energy like I just feel like is the most similar to mine, if that makes sense. It's the eagle and the wolf, which are really powerful totems to have. But I've always been drawn to those two energies. Even, different paintings that I might be drawn to buy, or like just being really fascinated with learning more about them. And then the more you learn about them, you're like, oh, that's really cool, or that kind of sounds like who I am, or it's kind of hard to explain because I'm an earth sign. It's just more something that I feel. And then there's also something called spirit animals, which spirit animals are more animals that come to you at a certain point in your life. So, for example, last night I went outside to walk my dog, and there's this cute little baby bunny sitting in my yard, probably eating my grass. I'm not really sure. This particular bunny appears in my yard. I have a fence, so I'm not even, and there's no holes that they're digging through. I just think that because it's a baby, it's able to squeeze through, maybe. But it just appears in my yard randomly. And so I always take that as a sign that um, if you look up, like, you can literally type in spirit animal rabbit, and you can see all of these different characteristics that you should tune into if a rabbit happens to cross your path. Um, and it also makes you more in tune with Earth, because then you're always paying attention to these seemingly random events that happen to you that are not random at all. Like, especially if you live in the city, to see a rabbit in your yard would be like, it would seem really random and really out of the blue, but it's not. Um, and so I feel like that's really the main message that comes from this card for people whose sun sign is in Cancer, and rising sign is in Cancer. Um, Particularly with the eagle, I would challenge you to, like I said, literally do a search that says spirit animal eagle, and see if any of those characteristics of the eagle are particularly resonating with you right now. Provide See if they provide solutions for any situations that you are having a challenge with right now, and see if they even inspire you to kind of see things from a different perspective. The eagle is really powerful. It's really beautiful. And one of the things that I actually learned recently, since we've been home a lot, I found an eagle cam. So there are some people who set up webcams next to eagle nests, and there are webcams for all different types of animals. If you really want to, if you're into that. So I found one in particular, and this nest is in West Virginia, and these eagles have been having babies every winter. I think it's like usually like in March that the eggs hatch. And just being able to see this like massive bird with these like this super sharp beak and these super sharp talons be able to be so gentle and delicate with these really fragile babies, even when they're feeding them, even when they're laying on top of them, which I thought was like, oh my God, like you were 100% going to smash that baby. But they're so gentle with them, and um, it's really beautiful to see different sides of animals. I am definitely not a fan of putting trackers on animals. Like, I think it is completely disrespectful and harmful to animals to glue a backpack to their back so that you can know where they go when you can't see them. So like I think there's a much more harmonious way to experience animals and to observe animals. But I digress. So I think things like webcams are a much less intrusive way to be able to um, experience animals without having to put them in a cage or a tank, or permanently attach things to them, or shoot them with tags and trackers. And you always want to be respectful. And that's a good point, like, because in this card you can see this indigenous man, he's not trying to trap the eagle. He came up high to where the eagles tend to be. He's just looking at it, he's just observing it, he's communing with it, but he's not harming it. He's not he's having a genuine, authentic interaction with an animal that is beneficiary to that is beneficial to both him and the eagle. Nobody gets harmed. The eagle gets to know and respect humans, and the human gets to know and respect the eagle. Um, so that's what I'm getting for Cancers for this full moon coming up. Depending on where you live, you might actually be able to go outside and see an eagle. I've always wanted to see an eagle, and my husband says he sees them all the time, and I'm like, it's not fair. But at least I get to watch the webcam, and I know that an eagle will appear to me at the perfect time, so I'm not even concerned with that. Same with a wolf. So yeah, that's my full moon message for sun signs in Cancer and rising signs in Cancer. So I hope that's been very helpful. Have a great day.